Hello everyone, this is Medical Teaching, Learning and Innovation 2017. My name is Felipe Frein. This is week lecture 3. Okay. What we'll discuss in this lecture is two issues. One is, and both are connected. So learning styles and attention. Okay. So let me start giving the link from our last lecture. So in the last lecture, we discussed two issues: the short-term learning to long-term learning. Okay, so we discussed how to make a short-term learning into a long-term learning. So we discussed the consolidation strategies. Okay, and what we discussed is, and I gave the example of the sequence of numbers, which I still remember the numbers now, even 1 week later. Why? Because I gave a meaning to the sequence of numbers. Okay, so, and we discussed how to make it something, a short-term learning into a long-term learning. Okay, so the first thing is we discussed, and we had this nice diagram with the hippocampus, and then cortical areas. And we discussed that learning to be effective, so the hippocampus is connecting everything and is going to make it what? For the long term learning, is going to make these connections strong. Okay. So the first important thing is that we need to encode this into our brain. Okay. We need to encode. We need to have a short-term learning. We need to have a short-term learning that is meaningful. We need to make this encoding. Remember what we discussed in the last lecture. So the basics of memory. So encode, consolidation, and retrieval. Okay. So the first step we discussed last lecture, we discussed the step to make it, to enhance consolidation, which we also discussed in the further lectures. But what I wanted to discuss now is how to make it as better encoding process you do, better learning would be. Okay, you need to start a good encoding, and for this, one system is very important: our attentional system. Okay, this is very important. And one thing that I've been saying is that we can have one thought at a time. Okay, so that's a very important thing. One thought at a time. Okay, so if you and see how our brain is highly developed because of that. So let me give a little bit of neuroanatomy, again, trying to be super basic. So think about your thalamus. Okay, the thalamus is receiving information, sensorial information, visual, tactile, auditory. So from hundreds, thousands of peripheral sensory organs. Okay, but the beauty is, the thalamus will actually inhibit most of that, and thalamus and other brain systems, such as that only one becoming sort of explicit. Okay, so only one. Let's make it another color. Only one becoming explicit. Okay, and that's the power of our attention. What we wanted this here to be something you are teaching, not some internal thought that is not related to what you're teaching, and not something that the person is getting distracted. Something auditory, visual, tactile. Okay, so we wanted to make sure the attention system will give a priority to this thought. So then we can have it what? A nice encoding, a nice short-term memory that will be the basis to become a long-term memory. So if you wanted something, let's say you were thinking on a tree, on a plant, you wanted to have what? A good structure so this can build. Okay, so same thing as well. So you wanted your short-term memory to be a good structure so this can build into a nice, very nice long-term memory. Okay, so that's one thing that you need to be thinking. And then, so how to make sure that we get our attentional system focused on that thought. Okay, so and there are several strategies here. So, and few things. So one is preparation. Okay, you need to engage the attentional system of participants. Okay, and how you do that? So we wanted to make them. You wanted to lead them to think on the stimulus you're giving. Otherwise, everything we discuss about neuroplasticity, neurons who fire together, wire together, it's not going to work because the neurons are not firing together. So you need the neurons. Remember, neurons firing together. So that's your first task. Okay, and how to do that? So again, for instance, preparation. As more you prepare the information, more the information will be processed more efficiently. So for instance, you wanted to discuss you were giving a class on anatomy, and you wanted to give the name of some arteries on one system. Okay, so you need to prepare the student before. So then you need to excite other areas that will be related to the new information. So when you come the new information, so that can be easily connected. So that's how you need to be thinking. Okay. So as an example, remember when I gave the sequence of numbers, you need to prepare the student to give the sequence of numbers. Why the sequence of numbers is important, how it can help you, sort of the algorithm that can help you to memorize, for instance, the sequence of number. Of course, it's meaningless, the sequence of numbers, but that's how you need to do it. You need to prepare the student for the new information. So this is bold, and here it's put between quotes because of course this is you can't say that. So you think on old information and you wanted to prepare to the new information that's coming. Okay, as the anticipation, that's a classical neuroscience as well. So for the participants to pay attention, you give a cue. Okay, for instance, this is a basic as well. So you give a cue, and then after that you give a stimulus. So as simple as saying, so now I'm going to say something very important. Now what I'm going to say is going to connect what you learned last class to what you're learning now. So you need to engage the attentional system. Okay, and then where it comes now, the learning styles, which again, there's a lot of discussions on the learning styles, whether, are some participants more auditory, some participants more visual, kinesthetic. At the end of the day, so it depends on how you present the information. Okay, so this idea of sort of auditory, visual, kinesthetic. Basically here is how you are presenting information. And there is a nice article on Scientific American discussing that. But the most important is how you relate that information. Okay. And of course, if you use multisensory stimulation for one thought, not for different thoughts, of course. So multisensory, but be careful. Multisensory or multimodal stimulation, but for one idea. Okay. This will engage our attentional system. And one thing is important as well, besides the preparation, our attentional system responds with contrasts. If everything's silent, and then you come and speak something. So the system, our system responds to what? Variation. You speak slowly, you speak, soft, and then you speak a little bit louder, you start seeing the differences. So I think that's one thing. Again, it's all about engaging them to hear the information, helping them to what? To connect the information. Then you start creating your what? Your short-term memory. And then hopefully then your next step is to consolidate that. But that's how you need to be thinking when you're designing your course. How you're going to engage the students to what? To absorb the information and to connect as well, to encode into sort of initially in a short term, to become then a long-term learning. Okay, so that's what I wanted to pass. So there are few readings and one video, and I look forward to seeing you in 1 week for this interesting discussion. Thank you all.